the string lights on the fence. I'm holding it up by the grooves that's in the fence. I just wanted to make sure that before I actually like put the thumbtacks into the fence, that it was like the correct width and distance to go around the entire perimeter, and you know, it worked, which is great. That's my brother, if you'll see him walking around in the vlog. That's the bro. I'm doing the patio for him. So you'll need a clear thumbtacks and a hammer. I didn't need the hammer. I just easily was able to push the clear thumbtacks into the wood. Now I used to, for each area that I was securing, I put one thumbtack at the top, one thumbtack at the bottom, and I didn't do it at every single bulb. I did it like every 4 to 5 bulbs, just so I can go faster and it can be more streamlined that way. You'll see that I am continuing to secure the string lights to the perimeter of the fence. Then we'll hop into the next task. Now the next task is to add the bulbs to your string lights. I didn't do it before because, one, I didn't want to break the bulbs while I was trying to figure that out, and I think it was just easier to do it this way. So I'm just screwing in the bulbs into the string lights. My brother, again, we saw like this massive cat. It was huge. I'm like, is this thing gonna attack me? But he helped me put in the bulb lights, which was great. Thanks, Jambalaya. Here we're just taking some measurements of the deck and the grass in the back, because we needed to hop to the store to get a couple more supplies. So hey guys, so we realized that we need a couple more things for the patio or deck, patio deck, whatever you guys call it. Let me know down below in the comments. So we are going to Home Depot to get some beautiful plants, just to really ground the space. A rug. We were going to order it online, but it is out of stock. And what else do we need? Oh, some mulch. And I think that's pretty much it. So join me at Home Depot. Alright guys, we're in Home Depot. My brother wants to, you probably can't hear me, so I'll stop talking. Back from Home Depot. We did have to stop at Walmart to get a couple things, but this is all. Got some topsoil, potting mix, 3 lovely plants, 2 new planters, a new rug, and some other things that we needed to really make the space and feel cute. I think a rug is always needed when you're working on a patio or a deck, just to make it feel like more homey and cute and all that good stuff. So I'm about to get to work. You will guys see me on fast forward working. I'm gonna get all this up, you know, repot the plants, get this area looking cute. But this is what it's like so far. So let's get an overview. Boop, blah. It's but once I'm finished, you'll come with me along the journey. I will show you the after, and I'll link anything that I can down below if I can find it. So let's go. All right, guys, so here I'm starting to sweep off the patio. I just want to make sure that everything is clean, free of debris, before I actually start placing any of the merchandise that we recently bought for the makeover. And that goes for like the pillows. I just want to make sure like everything is clean, neat. So we're starting off at a good point, clearing out anything that we don't need, anything that's not needed right now, put to the side, get it out the way so we can fully take over this patio. Here I've grabbed the 2 new planters that we just picked up from Walmart. I'm putting them on each side of the couch, just to get a rough estimate of like how I'm going to start to map out the deck and the patio. Also, I want to see like how high I want the plants, or like do I want these 2 plants there, just to get a really sense and feel of the space and how it will turn out. So that's what I did. Next, which is my favorite part of the entire patio makeover, is this beautiful colorful rug that we picked up from Walmart, and it was only $69. That is a steal for the size of this rug. I believe it's like a 6x9. It's pretty big. So again, I'm just adjusting, putting the rug, trying to fill out the space. Right now it's pictured vertically, but I did actually switch it so it can be more horizontal. I thought that fit the space a little bit more better, so that's why I switched it. And here's a little sneak peek of the string lights during daylight. Just wanted to show you guys how it actually turned out, and now I'm about to hop into this mess. Wish me luck. Now this step took the majority of my time and the majority of the labor that went into the patio makeover, and I think it made a huge difference. You just want to make sure you're prepared with gardening gloves or anything that you can protect your hands, and we're just going to clean up the space. So I'm picking up any sticks, any trash, anything that does not need to be on the ground or should not be on the ground. And this is just to prep the soil for the next step, which will be pulling out any weeds, clipping any stubborn branches and things like that. And then our final step will be actually prepping the soil and laying the topsoil. So that's all I'm really doing here, just picking up the trash, putting in the trash bag, trying to stay neat, and just prepare myself for this daunting task. Next, you want to grab some shears. We pick up these from Home Depot. I think they're like $10 or $12, nothing too crazy. And this is to like get out those stubborn weeds that I could not pull out with my hands. It was just easier to have some shears to cut them out of the ground, and to put them on the side to be thrown away. I also use these shears to get rid of any like pesky like little branches or like things that were growing in a weird manner, and it just did not make sense. Next, if you guys have a rake, I would suggest using that. However, this is what we had on hand. So I'm going to take this little rake to start to get rid of any of that old soil. You see how I'm raking the ground, that you see like new fresh dirt there. I wanted that to be the foundation point for when I put down the topsoil, because it will just be easier, it'll look better. All the stuff that's on top of the soil right now is just like old debris or like leaves that fell down throughout the years or days, or who knows how long. But I just wanted to start off fresh and have me putting topsoil on actual soil, if that makes sense. Now this part I asked my brother to help me with. These topsoil bags, they weighed 40 pounds each. So I thought we could tag team this to make it go quicker, and because that's just a lot of weight. So while he was basically emptying the contents of each topsoil bag throughout the soil on the ground, you want to make sure you kind of do it in an even fashion. I'm taking the rake and evenly spreading that topsoil along the ground that we have, and you see that I'm taking the rake and like pounding it on top of the ground, and that's because the topsoil had chunks of soil. So I wanted to break that up so I can evenly spread it throughout the entire ground that we had to work with, so it's not super clunky or bulky or anything like that. Now I'm getting to the end of spreading out the topsoil. Just want to make sure that everything's even and it's spread out as nicely as I could do with the rake in my hand. And getting out all those big lumps. I would say this topsoil had a lot of clumps in it. I don't know if it's because it was the most inexpensive brand or what was the deal, but it was a lot of chunks in there. But now I'm taking my feet and I'm stomping on the ground to make it more compact, more tight, to make it look like actual like dirt, and if that makes sense, and to make it look neater. And you just want to clean up the line with the broom, and then we'll head to the next step. Potting plants, yay! This is one of my favorite steps to do. I love potting plants. Now what you want to do, of course, is get your potter or planter, grab your soil that you're working with, and what you want to do is fill up your planter halfway with soil before you actually put in the plant. Now we're going to get into actually potting your plant. You guys want to make sure you're being extremely gentle when you're taking out the plant from the pot, and see how I'm like hitting the plant against the ground. That's to loosen the roots. You want to make sure that they're nice and loose when you're putting them in the soil so they can flourish, spread out, grow, and flourish in your new larger pot. If you don't do this, this can ultimately kill your plant. If you just are roughly taking out the plant, pulling at its roots. Treat this like a baby. This is your plant babies, okay? And she's happy. Look at how happy this plant is. Ta-da! Numero uno finito. Now I'm going to repeat the same process with the previous plant with these next two ones. However, you see that this planter is a tad bit larger, and if you want your plant to sit higher up within the planter, you want to put more soil at the bottom to begin with. So for the previous plant, I filled each planter up, I want to say maybe 50%. These two planters, I'm going to fill the soil closer to like 60 to 70%. Just so when I plant the actual plant, it'll be higher in the soil and it'll be like more elevated and it'll create a moment in my head. I think that makes sense. So that's why I did it that way. So yeah. Now for my least favorite part, clean up. So I'm going to clean up the space back here, and then we will show you the big reveal. Ding! Stay tuned.